like working this time. Alright. So, yes, they lied again. They lied again. And, you know, who's to blame more? Media, the people who are lying to us, or us, the people who are receiving just loads of ridiculous information, like the weapons of mass destruction, and do you remember how they sold us on? They always go with some story about children. And remember the incubators, the babies in the incubators. The Iraqi soldiers came out and took the babies out of the incubators and put them on the cold to die on the cold floor. Remember that? Those were all lies. Let's take a quick review. Here she is.
War very much had to be sold.
Incubators and left the children. Took the babies out of the incubators, coming to the hospital with guns. They took the babies out of the incubators. Took the incubators and left the children to die on the cold floor.
They took the incubators and left the children to die on the cold floor. Oh my God. Oh my God. They lied back then. How many actual kids really died with that lie? Okay, that's the horrific part. That's the unbelievable part. Because let's see, we'll go right here.
War very much had to be sold to the American people in order to convince them to intervene militarily.
The war, let's see. Okay, let's start again here.
Soon after we arrived in Kuwait, 2 weeks after the liberation, it became apparent that the story was a complete hoax. We were able to go round the hospitals to count the incubators and find that, possibly with one or two that had been misplaced, that none were missing.
All right, did you hear that? Did you hear that? It was a complete and total lie. They got us into the Iraq war with the incubators. Now, there's a war on the Zionists. There's a war on the effing white male, the nationalists, the colonialists, the Zionists. Oh my God. Who are oppressing the people of the world, the colonialists, the white nationalists. Now, us white guys, right? We're the enemy. All right, let's give it up for that. All right, so let's hear the latest lie that the UN just had to retract, and here we go.
And clarified the number, saying it's based on the women and children identified, with thousands of bodies still left to identify. What do you make of that clarification?
Well, I mean, it's hard to understand what exactly these things mean. The bottom line is that they brought the percentage of women and children down substantially, almost by a factor of 2. Which
a factor of 2. All right, but I want to actually bring us to right here. Okay, because the basic number. Okay, so this is what's so evil about this misinformation, is that, yes, war is horrible. Any amount of women and children dying is absolutely horrific. But they took the number, so there were 35 deaths and then they had the numbers of women and children inflated. All right, so inflated by like 100%. So this looks like just indiscriminate slaughter rather than a horrifically difficult situation in an urban setting where the people, the terrorists who just attacked you, are using a civilian infrastructure as a tool of war, as a tactical, trying to create a tactical advantage by hiding within schools and other places which are just surrounded and filled with civilians. Okay, so let's see if I have the correct thing here.
Changed at more than 35,000.
Figures have proven to be generally accurate.
While the overall number of casualties remains unchanged at more than 35,000, the breakdown between men, women, and children now looks different. Initially, more than 9,500 women and 14,500 children were reported killed in the Gaza Strip. But the UN now says under 5,000 women and 8,000 children are thought to have died. My next guest has been analyzing the death.
All right. So the point is that the UN had no problem using numbers that were unverified to create this apocalypse scenario. Apocalypse or not. All right. It's a horrible situation, but how many, I think like millions of Iraqis and Afghans died after 9/11, and in the first Iraqi invasion, I think around 500,000 people died. Many of them were women and children, and we weren't even attacked. We weren't even attacked in the first Gulf War. It was Saddam Hussein just sort of tiptoed into Kuwait. So where was the uproar? Where was the outrage? It's because now the enemy is the effing white male, the colonialist male. And all the oppression, the white Christian nationalist. That's the enemy, isn't it? And so maybe the Jewish culture just got a little bit too close to Donald Trump, who is sort of the epicenter of this white nationalist, colonialist, male crybaby thing that's happening. So, apocalypse not, all right? How stupid can we get? The same stories instead of incubators, the baby's dying in incubators. 2 million men, women, and children, 2 million died in the battle for Stalingrad. All right, the Nazis just laid waste to Stalingrad, which was a modern city, and turned it into a parking lot, turned it into a living hell. And for months, Stalingrad was under siege. Something like 26 million Russians died fighting the Nazis. 26 million. Hundreds of millions of Europeans died. 80 million men, women, and children were starved to death. 80 million under Mao Zedong and the Great Leap Forward. Where's the weeping? No weeping. No weeping. 30 million died under men, women, and children were starved to death under Stalin. Where's the weeping? But the children in the incubators were pulled from the incubators and left to die on the cold floor. All right. How many times are we going to be led, by the nose to go to war? And now we're going to the war for the colonialist male. Oh, my Zionist, the colonialist male. And so now that's the target? That's the target? All right. We are on a campaign to share the blue square. The information and the details are in the details. Get your blue square. Stand up to hate of all kinds, even hate for the Zionist and the colonialist male. All hate is bad. You can't just love black people, transgenders, and immigrants and say that Jewish people and white people need to go to hell. No, that's not cool. That's not okay. We stand against all hate and of all kinds. All right? Ooh, the fur, you know how dogs get when they get, the fur is all standing up on the back of my neck, you know what I'm saying? So, share the blue square, stand up against hate and lies and all this propaganda that drive us apart, right, for political reasons, and are the engine that really oppresses. It's the lies that oppress men, women, and children. All right. Oh, that's good. Oh, what did I want to say before I go? Just a little shout out. So this is the fabulous co-pilot. Let's give it up. I said, put on dunce cap on some world leader acting stupid, telling lies. This guy is great. I know, he's a black guy. You can't make a black guy look like a dunce. But I put a UN thing, right? Anybody can be an idiot. We're equal opportunity meme makers. We can make fun of everybody. All right, let's give a hand for Microsoft Copilot. Oops, sorry. Gotta click back here to get the claps going. Apocalypse not. Apocalypse not. Don't believe the hype. Let's try to not be stupid, people. What do you say? Should we give that a try? It really sucks being stupid. No more stupid. What do you say? All right. I agree. 13 minutes. Happy Jewish American Heritage Month, Day 16. Don't believe the lies. All right. We will see you later.